Akashvani presents Morning News. Good morning. I am Saira Mujtaba. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to participate in Samudra se Samriddhi event at Bhavnagar in Gujarat today to launch multiple development projects worth over 34,200 crore rupees. Prime Minister to also inaugurate Mumbai International Cruise Terminal at Indira dock. India asks Saudi Arabia to consider mutual interests and sensitivities in bilateral strategic ties after Riyadh signs defence pact with Islamabad. External Affairs Ministry cautions Indian nationals over fake job offers in Iran. US President Donald Trump signs proclamation imposing $100,000 annual fee on H-1B visa applications, aiming to limit foreign workers in tech industry. And in Asia Cup T20 Cricket, India beat Oman by 21 runs in the final Group A clash in Abu Dhabi. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be on a day-long visit to Gujarat today. Mr. Modi will participate in Samudra se Samriddhi event and inaugurate and lay the foundation stone of multiple development projects worth over 34,200 crore rupees at Bhavnagar. The projects to be unveiled today cater to multiple sectors, including maritime, LNG infrastructure, renewable energy, highways, healthcare and urban transport. Our correspondent reports, inauguration of Mumbai International Cruise Terminal at Indira dock is one of the major projects to be launched today.
Among the projects to be launched today, projects worth over 7,800 crore are related to maritime sector alone. These include major projects like new cruise terminal in Mumbai, new container facility at key ports in Kolkata and Paradip, and green biomethanol plant at Deen Dayal Port in Kandla, which are set to improve cargo movement and trade in the country. The new projects worth over 26,300 crore will be launched in Gujarat, taking forward the government's commitment to clean energy. The PM will also virtually dedicate the fully solarized Dodar village in Kutch. The PM will also visit the National Maritime Heritage Complex at Lothal and will review its progress. He is also set to undertake aerial survey of massive Dholera industrial city. Aparna Khund, Akashvani News, Ahmedabad.
India has said that it expects Saudi Arabia to take into consideration mutual interests and sensitivities in the bilateral strategic partnership. External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Ranveer Jaiswal, during a press briefing in New Delhi yesterday, was replying to a media query on the mutual defence agreement signed by Pakistan and Saudi Arabia recently.
India and Saudi Arabia, a wide-ranging strategic partnership which has deepened in the last several years considerably. We expect that this strategic partnership will keep in mind mutual interest and sensitivities.
On India-US trade talks, Mr. Jaiswal said, the two sides have decided to intensify efforts to achieve early conclusion of a mutually beneficial trade agreement.
We did have a delegation from the United States led by the Assistant USTR Brendan Lynch. He had meetings of senior officials in the Ministry of Commerce that was on 16th of September to take forward the ongoing negotiations for a trade deal with the United States. These discussions have been positive and forward-looking, covering various aspects of the trade deal, and it was also decided between the two sides to intensify efforts to achieve early conclusion of mutually beneficial trade agreement.
India has strongly cautioned all its citizens to exercise the strictest vigilance regarding employment promises or offers in Iran. In a statement, the External Affairs Ministry said there have been a number of cases recently involving Indian citizens who have been lured to travel to Iran on false promises of employment or with assurances that they would be sent further to third countries for employment. The ministry said the government of Iran allows visa-free entry to Indians only for tourism purposes. It said any agent promising visa-free entry into Iran for employment or other purposes may well be in a connivance with criminal gangs. India has voted in favour of a UN General Assembly resolution that allows Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas to address its upcoming high-level session through video. It comes after the US denied visas to Palestinian officials, preventing their participation in person. The 193-member General Assembly adopted the resolution titled Participation by the State of Palestine during its 80th session, with 145 nations voting in favor, 5 against, and 6 abstentions. The US and Israel opposed the measure, while India was among those supporting it. 2 Jawans of the Assam Rifles lost their lives after a column of the paramilitary force came under unprovoked automatic weapon fire from unidentified terrorists in Bishnupur district of Manipur last evening. 5 Jawans were also injured in the incident and admitted to hospital. They are currently stable. As of now, no group has claimed responsibility. Search operations are ongoing to eliminate the terrorists involved in the incident. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our X handle at AIR News Alerts. And for details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and download the News on AIR app. Welcome back. You're listening to Morning News. In a landmark move towards simplifying the tax structure and easing the financial burden on citizens, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in his Independence Day address this year, announced the next-gen GST reforms. The new tax rates will be implemented from Monday. Today, we take a look at the potential impact of these reforms on the electronic appliances sector.
The tax rate on items like air conditioners and dishwashers has been brought down from 28% to 18%. The significant step will not just support localization efforts but will also reduce import dependence. Similarly, cut down of tax on television and non-TV monitors has been slashed to 18%. The move will directly boost demand for these appliances, helping domestic producers expand the market size. Talking to Akashvani News, a resident of Delhi, Shubhanand Mishra, welcomed the new reforms.
In a big relief for the consumer, it's a welcome relief for many families. This will ease the financial burden on families as AC has become a necessary part of daily life, especially with the rising temperature.
This rationalization under the next generation GST reforms is expected to stimulate demand for electronic items such as AC and large TVs, expanding the market size for domestic producers. This move will further expand opportunities for MSMEs in plastics, wiring, cooling systems, LED panels and assembly services. With Rohan and Nitika, Sakleen Akhtar for Akashvani News, Delhi.
Guided by the mantra of Seva and Sushasan, that is public service and good governance, the government under Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been working tirelessly to bring transformation and progress. Akashvani News brings for our listeners a special series, Seva Parv. In today's episode, we take a look at how the Narendra Modi government has expanded insurance coverage to protect families across the country.
The Narendra Modi government has focused on providing insurance cover to all the citizens. With the vision of securing the unsecured, Prime Minister Narendra Modi in May 2015 launched the Jan Suraksha schemes comprising PM Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana and PM Suraksha Bima Yojana to provide affordable insurance to all. Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana is structured to provide accidental death and disability cover for death or disability on account of an accident up to 2 lakh rupees at a minimal premium. Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana is designed to provide life insurance cover for death due to any reason at a minimum premium. Addressing the launch ceremony of the schemes, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said it will help securing the vulnerable sections of the society.
हम चाहते हैं कि देश के सामान्य व्यक्ति के जीवन में, क्योंकि संकट अमीरों को नहीं आता है जी, संकट गरीब को आता है। आमतौर पे आपको मालूम है, आप इंश्योरेंस निकालने जाएं, कितना मेडिकल चेकअप होता है और वो तय करता है इसको दें या न दें, पता नहीं ये लुढ़क जाएगा। तो ये स्कीम ऐसी है, आपको सिर्फ फॉर्म भरना है, अगर आप बीमार भी होंगे तो भी इसको बीमा मिल सकता है।
Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana is the world's largest health insurance and assurance scheme fully financed by the government. It provides a cover of 5 lakh rupees per family per year for secondary and tertiary care hospitalization across public and private empaneled hospitals in the country. A beneficiary narrated his family's experience.
माता जी को ब्रेन हेमरेज हुआ था और वहाँ से हम लोग लेके आए पटना। एम्स में। तो यहाँ पे लगभग 4,94,000 रुपये का खर्चा बताया था। तो हमने आयुष्मान कार्ड से इलाज कराया, तो हमको एक भी पैसा देना नहीं पड़ा।
Uncertainties can derail the dreams and aspirations of India's poor. That is why the government has tirelessly worked to ensure that every citizen is covered, bringing affordable insurance to all and securing a safer and prosperous future for everyone.
National award-winning film Chalo Jeete Hain is being screened nationwide across lakhs of schools and nearly 500 cinema halls to mark the 75th birthday of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. It is inspired by a childhood incident from the life of Prime Minister Modi. The film tells the story of a young boy, Naru, who is deeply influenced by Swami Vivekananda's philosophy and strives to make a difference in his small world. In some more news, President Draupadi Murmu will be on a day-long visit to Bihar today. She will offer Pindadan, a ritual offering for ancestors, at the Vishnupad temple in the holy city of Gayaji. US President Donald Trump has signed a proclamation that will require a new annual $100,000 fee for applicants to the H-1B visa program, aiming to reduce foreign workers in the tech industry. Now, companies who apply to bring in workers from other countries on this visa will have to fulfill the amount as per the visa payment annually. Talking to reporters, President Trump said the move will ensure that the people coming in the country are actually very highly skilled.
The country would rather not have to pay $100,000. So there's an incentive to hire an American. But there may be instances where it's better off doing it through expertise or whatever it may be. But they're both unbelievable, whether it's a gold card or everyone's going to be happy. And we're going to be able to keep people in our country that are going to be very productive people. And in many cases, these companies are going to pay a lot of money for that. And they're very happy about it.
Estonia has formally requested a NATO Article 4 consultation after Russian warplanes violated its airspace yesterday. It said 3 Russian MiG-31 fighter jets entered the Estonian skies without permission and remained there for a total of 12 minutes over the Gulf of Finland. A NATO spokesperson said the military alliance responded immediately and intercepted the Russian aircraft. However, Russia has denied violating Estonian airspace. In men's cricket, India defeated Oman by 21 runs in the final Group A clash at the T20 Asia Cup in Abu Dhabi last night. Electing to bat first, India posted 188, losing 8 wickets in the stipulated 20 overs. In reply, Oman scored 167 for 4 in the allotted overs. In women's cricket, India will face Australia in the series deciding third and final ODI in Delhi this afternoon. And now for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Shagun Chopra.
Thank you, Saira. All dailies have widely noticed India's concern at the Saudi-Pakistan pact. The Times of India writes, government says it expects Riyadh to respect mutual sensitivities. Hindustan Times writes, India urges Saudi to mind sensitivities after Pakistan deal. Supreme Court cites a preamble to reject plea against Banu Mushtaq opening Dasra in Mysuru, a petitioner who did not want Muslim Booker Prize winner Mushtaq to inaugurate the festivities was reminded by the Supreme Court about the preamble which enshrines secularism, liberty of thought and faith, as well as equality and fraternity as ideals cardinal to national unity. And finally, good news for all cine lovers. Neeraj Kewan's friendship saga Homebound is India's Oscar entry, informs Hindustan Times. And with that, it's back to you, Saira.
Thanks, Shagun. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to participate in Samudra Se Samriddhi event at Bhavnagar in Gujarat today to launch multiple development projects worth over 34,200 crore rupees. Prime Minister to also inaugurate Mumbai International Cruise Terminal at Indira dock. India asked Saudi Arabia to consider mutual interests and sensitivities in bilateral strategic ties after Riyadh signs defence pact with Islamabad. External Affairs Ministry cautions Indian nationals over fake job offers in Iran. US President Donald Trump signs proclamation imposing $100,000 annual fee on H-1B visa applications. And in Asia Cup T20 Cricket, India beat Oman by 21 runs in the final Group A clash in Abu Dhabi. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a great day.